Welcome everyone, and thank you for joining us today. Whenever you are here to improve your marketing strategy or just starting out, you're in the right place. Today, we will walk through how to choose the right marketing channel, what each one can offer, how to measure their performance, and how to think about budgeting. As we mentioned before, we are omnichannel customer data platform. So what is this all about and how can it look like in real life? As you may have seen on the screen, we support multiple channels. On the left side, they are presented like for collecting data, and on the right side, channels for communicating with users. It's all channels where we help personalize and automate your communications with your audience and your businesses. Today's goal is to figure out what these channels are, how many of them exist, and what the specific purpose is. Which ones should be implemented first? Which ones can wait? That's something you'll decide for yourself based on your business context and needs. We'll also touch on their return on investment, how well they work in the long and short term. And then will be a little practical part at the end. But before we dive deeper, let's define what we mean by e-commerce. Who is this webinar actually for? We are talking about the transfer of the buying and selling process to the internet, the ability to interact with your customers 24/7, whenever they are in the city, country, or world, to offer services and products online. We are not covering all e-commerce businesses today. We are focusing especially on those who have a website or online store. If you are selling through Instagram shop or TikTok shop, you'll still find this webinar helpful. But most practical examples will focus on stores with websites and that one who have a cart or a wide assortment of products. If your business only offers a few items or have for selling a basic request form, not all channels may be relevant. The webinar still applies broadly, but will be most useful for those in the left column. Businesses who deliver physical goods and products. Info products have slightly different strategies and tools. And if you have a mobile app, perfect. This opens up even more channels. If not, no worries. Simply skip the ones and focus on what's applicable to your setup. Now, let's return to something everyone knows, the marketing funnel. When we attract customers at the broader upper side of our funnel, then we try to guide them down to the funnel. People can drop off at any stage. They might hesitate, forget, seek more information or best offers. Our task as a marketer is to guide them all the way to the bottom of the funnel, their purchase, and then continue nurturing them to bring them back and extend their customer lifetime value. So what's the core task of marketing? It's to create and maintain relationships that are mutually beneficial for both, valuable for the customer, profitable for the business by meeting their needs. That value can take many forms, appear in various formats, and happen in many different places. That's why I believe this definition should include the smart use of diverse channels. And through these channels that you build relationships and deliver value. And where do we first encounter marketing channels? If you have ever set up Google Analytics, you've probably seen the screen like this, the traffic acquisition report. On the left side, there are a list of standard channels like organic social, direct, email, referral. These are the first channel most businesses work with at the beginning. Starting small, analyzing traffic, improving communications and conversions. So a marketing channel is simply the path or tool a company uses to connect with its target audience to promote its products or services. So how we can visualize or for better understanding what a channel is? Think of it as a river, each one flowing into the ocean of your customers. They are out there doing their own thing, browsing, searching, scrolling. Some hang out by the waterfalls in social media. They just like the vibe there. And the boats you send, your messages, travel along different rivers and aim to reach your customers whenever they are already spending time. It might be a bench, a lake, or out the open sea filled with other brands' messages. Your job as a marketer to make sure your boat, your messages reaches them effectively. Now let's go back for those starting channels we all know. Things like search ads, where your site shows up in search results. Direct marketing, social marketing. Most companies are now on social media. Blogging, whenever it's your own blog or guest posting in media outlets. And even offline marketing if you have physical locations. I have told about 20 plus more channels, but there is a small list, so where to find others? Okay, we start with that. Each one of them can be expanded. Ads alone can vary by content type, dynamic, static, video, or by delivery format, contextual, direct mailings, banner ads. They can use different platforms, search, aggregator, video, and each of these platforms can also have many ad formats. Then there is paid posts, different presentation formats. So just within advertising, there is already a huge variety. Direct marketing has long gone beyond basic email and SMS. It now includes messenger campaigns, chatbots, web push, mobile push, in-app, app inboxes. Direct marketing has expanded a lot. So you might wonder, how many channels are we talking about today? Well, today we are going to look at this many. Don't panic, I know it seems like a lot. We'll talk about how they work and how to approach each one. Some of them may be completely new to you. Others might feel unclear, like how can this actually be useful in e-commerce? How do I measure it? Today we'll go through them because I believe most of them are very important and especially effective for you. Okay, you might be thinking, wow, to cover all of this, I need a huge team, budget, tons of experts, especially with social media. Each platform now particularly needs its own specialist. So do you need all of them? Relax. No, you don't need to use all of them. Why not? Well, maybe at the beginning you could only focus on search, ads, and social media. And that's fine. But it's important at least be aware of what's out there to understand the full range of possibilities you could add one day to your marketing strategy. And more importantly, to understand where your audience is, because maybe you're searching for customers in the wrong place. Maybe your ocean is elsewhere and you haven't yet curved the right stream to flow there. That's why it's important to understand the purpose of each channel, what it's used for, who the audience is, what they like, how will they interact with your brand. Also think about cost. How much will it cost to hire an expert? How much they use the tool cost is for this channel? What the budget's like? How long it takes until it pays off? How fast is in return? Of course, we also prioritize the customer and their preferences, but we can't forget business needs too. We want our investments to pay off quickly. So we also have to think, how much can the business afford to invest in a new channel? Going back to the funnel, we can split our channels by their main purpose. First, acquisition, the channels that bring people into the funnel. Then retention, the ones that keep people moving through it. For example, someone might visit your website but hesitate, and we can them up with reminders. Hey, come back, we have new offers, or here's the product you were looking for. We nudge them forward toward conversion. And finally, other channels help with keeping customers coming back, post-purchase retention, and re-engagement. So the first thing we'll do is group the channels by purpose. This is rough division. You could use some of them for multiple purpose, but I find this categorization the most helpful. Acquisition, search engine results, crowd marketing, like inserting links in forms or other articles, PR activities in media and presence building, B2B partnerships, and offline advertising. These are channels you usually can't personalize. You don't yet know who the customer is, so you aim for messages that appeal to the broadest audience. The most powerful creatives, the ones that convince the most people, go here. Retention channels, on the other hand, are ones that we can personalize based on what we have learned about the customer. We can tailor the website experience, improve UX flows based on typical funnel behavior, and use widgets for both anonymous and returning visitors to guide them to purchase. All direct channels, community creation, once you have a community, you can shape interest and intent, and direct mail, printed materials, such like magazines with offers, brochures, coupons. Now you can see that some channels are marked with powered by Yespo. Those are the ones you can already activate with our platform. So if any of them interested you, feel free to reach out to our team or read more about how they can improve customer experience across different business types. And reactivation stage. Here we usually mean retargeting or marketing. So targeting those who were once engaged with our website or our content but didn't convert. You can use Yespo to build refined audience segments based on parameters you have already collected about your users. Instead of just targeting everyone who visited a page or category page or product page or the home page, you can recreate meaningful retargeting lists and import them into your ad accounts for more precise campaigns. Direct channels also work well here. And some channels can span all three purposes. Ads, for example, can serve acquisition, retention, and return goals, depending on setup. Social media can be used to attract new users and also keep current followers engaged, even if we don't know all of them personally. Online and offline events can be tailored either for new audiences or as the loyalty initiatives for existing customers. Before we dive into each channel, let's start with prioritization matrix. Draw a simple 2x2 grid. On one axis, plot budget, small to large. Of course, understanding on small budget depends on your products and budgets you could invest upon your pricing policy and marginality. Even if you sell the same products like smartphones, different type of stores, businesses, wholesale retailers can suggest different prices. So of course they could invest different budgets. On the other axis, plot time to result, short to long. You'll place each channel into this matrix depending on what it usually requires. For example, small items need very short time to be sold after advertising, like several days, and we mean short time like this. Some items could take several weeks or several months because the buzz requires more interactions with your brand. And this tool will help you compare. Ideally, if you'll create 3 such matrices, one for acquisition, one for retention, and one for return, because each stage may need a different mix of channels. Every channel you consider, whether you're already using it or just planning to add, should be evaluated by key performance indicators, KPIs. We won't go over all of the metrics today. I think I will cover them in detail in other webinars. So sign up for our newsletter, subscribe on our channel, and you will be notified about our next webinars. But returning to KPIs, remember, each channel must prove its value. That includes both the general KPIs you see now on the slide and channel-specific ones, which we'll cover in the next slides. And now we start consider each channel in details, and the structure of the slide will be the same. Start with social media advertising and display ads, also known as banner ads, are grouped together here because of their structural similarities, like a banner, visual, static, or video, or GIF, and text part. For each channel, we'll consider key questions. And you need to understand if this channel seems like a good fit, where you need to begin. First, we need to understand the audience. Are they even present on this channel? And what kind of content do they expect there? Just because a platform has millions of users doesn't mean your specific audience is there. On the other side of each slide, you'll see additional metrics. These are in addition to the general KPIs we discussed earlier. And at the bottom of each slide, we'll mark whether the channel typically yields quick or slow results and what budget they need. Let's look at social media and display advertising. This includes banner ads from Google, YouTube ads, visual ads across content platforms. The same idea that they are eye-catching and designed to stop the scroll. You need to spark curiosity and drive attention with your creative. From what I observed, display ads are typically cheaper than social media ads, but both offer relatively quick results. You can often tell within a week if a campaign is working, whenever products are selling or not through this channel, through these campaigns. When used for activation, these ads function as retargeting, reminding users who drifted off to come back. Often we don't know why they left, so this is a way to reconnect with them. Offline advertising, I think all of you know it. Like TV commercials are a classic example. And while much of television has moved online, the experience of watching TV is still different from browsing YouTube. People engaged differently with different intentions. Offline ads also include billboards, banners on buildings, and signs in public spaces. The challenge here is that you can't precisely control or target your audience. That's why offline campaigns usually require big budgets and take a long time to show results. However, when the location is well chosen and the message is impactful, offline ads can still be highly effective. Search advertising is what you can see when you type something into Google search field and the first few results that are marked as ad. Recently, they took the first place on the result page, but now Google moved them bottom with AI-generated answers. But they're still at the first place after that. And I want to highlight that search ads isn't the same as shopping ads, which show like product images. It's something different. Search ads are text-based. They give you more room to persuade through copy, highlighting your unique value proposition, free shipping, discounts, return policy. You also can add timers about time-limited offers. It's more expensive than social media advertising, but delivers fast results, as you can filter to show your ads by intent. For example, showing ads to people who search for terms like buy, specific brands or models. For example, if I type just coffee machine, it doesn't mean that I want to buy a coffee machine right now. If I type buy coffee machine Nespresso 3000, it makes more sense. So search ads could be powerful for targeting customers who are already close to make purchase decision. Shopping ads. Compared to text-based search ads, shopping ads are those product cards you see at the top of search results, with picture, name, price, and maybe a short detail. You have less room for text, so the headline and picture matter a lot. These ads often cost more per click than search ads, but they're highly effective if only your product stands out visually and isn't in a super saturated category. So as there is less room to convenience through text, so clarity and good design matter most. Additional labels like free shipping, free returns help increase clicks and but customization is limited. SEO, search engine optimization, or organic search, is what appears under the ads in search results. After AI-generated answers, after ads, and it based on how well your site is optimized. Do your pages load fast? Do you use the right keywords on your page? Are your product categories well structured? SEO also includes buying backlinks and creating quality content. It's not about one-time investment. You need to invest continuously, both in content and in technical improvements of your website. Results don't come overnight. It can take months, but long-term, SEO often pays off better than paid ads because users trust organic results more. SEO should cover not just your product pages. I'm sure you saw the search results videos from YouTube, TikToks, from different blogs. As long as content is optimized, use all possibilities to work with content on your social media, work with alternative text. SEO is about the whole ecosystem of your online presence. And today, we need to optimize not only for search engines, like working with UX of the website, with page load. You need to optimize your text also for AI optimization, generative engine for generative engines, answer engines. So it takes more time because you need to appear not only on Google or Bing, you need to appear in ChatGPT answers and similar to this type of tools. App Store optimization is like similar to SEO, but for mobile applications and appear in only in app marketplaces like App Store and Google Play. If you have a mobile app, you need to optimize how it's presented there. Think about keywords people might use in search field, your app icon, screenshots, preview videos. Always test them. Just like website, visual appeal and relevance to the user's intent matter. However, usability is shaped entirely within these platforms' own ecosystems, and it differs from broader search engines. So you need to understand the roots of these stores and these engines. Now we return to classic social media marketing. The challenge is to stand out among a flood of content, to appear in recommendation, sparse shares, build visibility. It's not just about posting. It's about understanding why people use each platform. Some go to Instagram for inspiration. Others can use it as a messenger, and some treat it like a shopping app. Tailoring content to each use case is critical there. You also have to accept that some people simply won't buy online, no matter how great your visuals are. For some, especially in industries like apparel or footwear, physical touch and fit is essential. So your social strategy might focus more on entertainment or education, building trust and guiding people into stores, not just toward checkout pages. Content marketing. It goes beyond blogs and social media posts. It includes publishing expert columns in media outlets, sharing insights from founders or team members, building a personal and company brand through storytelling. Even if founder doesn't write the posts themselves, having a consistent, authentic voice boosts trust. Highlight your values, showcase behind-the-scenes content, or involve ambassadors and loyal customers who share their stories. People trust people, and strong personal and expert brand often drives more engagement than a faceless page focused solely on selling. Okay, for now, we already talked about acquisition and go with retention channels. Let's talk about your website in terms not just as a shop window, but as a channel. It's not enough to list your products and hope for the best. Use recommendation blocks across categories and product pages. Don't leave product pages without reviews. Actually, we can personalize upsell and downsell suggestions even in the checkout. One effective strategy is to suggest one high-value product, more expensive than the item in the cart, and another add-on, priced at around 2/3 the cart value. This increases the average order value without overwhelming the shopper. Just make sure these suggestions are relevant and truly enhance the main product. Headphones for phones, scarf for blues. And now you can see that we have already added QR codes with our case studies at this particular channel. So you can scan the QR codes and read the full case and tools that this particular brand used to get such results. Widgets. We understand under the widgets all type of forms, contact forms, pop-ups, exit intent models, feedback surveys, click-to-call buttons. This element help guide users through the customer journey. For example, surveys can do more than gather information. They can guide users to the next step of your funnel. Ask the child's age to show age-related products. Ask if you have a pet store, ask if they have a dog or a cat, and link to the right category. Ask about skin type and suggest relevant cosmetics. This is similar to onboarding in SaaS. Help people get value from your product faster. Widgets can also be personalized. Our clients, Adidas, use birthday pop-ups. and greeted users on their special day and prompting them with a discount in advance. These touches improve conversion and create a sense of care. People feel recognized and valued. Email marketing. It is where many of us start. At the very least, send a thank you for your purchase email. At best, build onboarding welcome sequences after sign up or post-purchase journeys, delivery updates, feedback requests, review invites. But email can do so much more. Based on surveys, browsing history, past purchases, cart content, wish list items, you can tailor highly personalized messages. Product recommendations based on similar user behavior or frequently bought together items boost performance. And this isn't limited to automated triggers like abandoned cart reminders. Recommendations can also be embedded in mass campaigns. Why is email so effective? Okay, it's ROAS is unmatched. For every dollar spent on average, you return around $40. But with the right tools and tactics like predictive segmentation, tailored recommendations, some campaigns reach around 1000% in ROI or more. Why so effective? Because you target only the users most likely to buy, and whenever buy soon, and show them the exact products that fit their intent. It's smart, efficient, and powerful. Web push and mobile push notifications. Yes, okay, they operate on different technologies, but in this case, they serve a similar purpose. Reaching users with short, attention-grabbing messages. Web push works through browsers. Users opt in while visiting your website, and notifications appear on both desktop and mobile, even when users are not actively browsing your website. These are visual, timely nudges that pop up over other content, often performing better than banner ads due to their interruptive placement. Mobile pushes, on the other hand, they tie to your mobile app. Notification appears directly on the user's phone, often on the lock screen or notification shade. While they resemble banner ads in their visual design and short messaging format, mobile push CTR can reach up to 6%, significantly higher than typical display ads. They're cost-effective, highly personalizable, and ideal for use cases like abandonment, cart reminders, and timely promotions. In-app messages. These are notifications users see while actively using your mobile app. Unlike push notifications that reach users externally, in-app messages support real-time engagement and onboarding within your app. You can guide users through the app experience, promote specific actions, surface personalized offers, because they are native to the app experience and they don't require team, and can be triggered contextually to match user behavior. Messenger-based marketing includes Viber, WhatsApp, Telegram, and I add SMS here. While SMS is limited to short text, Messenger offers more flexibility: images, GIFs, longer text, and buttons. These channels have strong open rates and are effective for transactional messages, promotions, reactivation. But for costly channels like SMS, WhatsApp, Viber, we recommend applying predictive segmentation to limit spend to users most likely to convert. App Inbox or Onsite Notification Center allows you to communicate directly within your website or app's user account. You will likely seen bell icon with updates and some marks, signs on the website. And there are updates, offers appears while you browse the website in login session. Unlike push notifications, App Inbox doesn't require opt-in since users are already authenticated. You can use it for announcements, reminders, limited time offers, or service updates. This channel ensures visibility without relying on external platforms. A great example is from Dnipro construction tool store, which used App Inbox messages to highlight promotions and drive engagement. For long-term relationships, it's an efficient, low-cost channel for maintaining contact with returning users. Native advertising. It blends in with editorial content, often labeled sponsored, or you might also like, and is shown across news sites and content platforms. So we can understand it's like recommendation part of the website, but when we talk about your website and recommended products, this recommended blog on the news website and guide people from news site to your website. And unlike direct product ads, native ads promote useful related content like guides, comparisons, or product reviews. Because they match the surrounding content style of this blog news site, users are more likely to engage, thinking it's part of the site. You can test native campaigns through platforms like RefContent, Outbrain, Taboola by promoting editorial style pages such as top 5 microwaves reviewed by experts. These pieces feel like helpful content, but ultimately guide users to your website and product. While we're still gathering conclusive ROI data, native ads can build awareness and trust when executed with thoughtful content and targeting. Crowd marketing is about strategically placing links and recommendation across online communities. This could be participation in forums where people discuss products in your niche, adding value and naturally recommending your brand or product. You can get more traffic. And another approach is placing your links in roundup articles like top 5 tools for small kitchens and negotiation to include your brand to this list. These links not only drive traffic, but also help with SEO and domain authority building. B2B marketing. Here we focus on partnerships, particularly in contexts where your target audience is concentrated. For example, if you sell educational board games, consider kindergartens and schools. And rather than direct promotion, aim to turn teachers into your ambassadors by conducting training, workshops that demonstrate the educational value of your games. In return, they may implement your tools in class and share photos, reviews, stories, which build trust with parents. When kids come home and excited and talk about the activity and fun they have had today, parents remember the brand and seek it out. PR, public relations, involves generating buzz through events, charitable activities, or unique brand stories that get picked up by media and talk about at industry events. The goal is to earn exposure rather than pay for it. It can take time and resources, but when successful, PR builds brand trust and recognition. Influencer marketing also works alongside PR. Brands collaborate with bloggers or public figures who showcase the product in action. often with storytelling or emotional appeal. While top influencers can drive immediate spikes in sales, the best result comes from consistent exposure through a network of creators. Trade shows. It's about physical events where businesses showcase their products directly to consumers or partners. Think about your local markets, industry fairs, themed festivals. You can set up a booth or a small display and offer samples, demos, or mini experiences, or direct sale of your best seller products. These events allow direct interaction, live feedback, and real-time sales. Even small-scale producers can gain visibility and create memorable brand encounters. Other type of offline events include speaking engagements, workshop, product launch presentations, and live demos. When we talk about trade shows, it means about take participation in external events. Here we mean about your internal events that you conduct. These activities help build personal and brand recognition. When you show up in person and share insights of experience, people connect with your brand more deeply. Whenever you're hosting a masterclass, workshop, or participating in a local event, this engagement humanize your business and create lasting impressions. Speaking events give business owners a chance to share their brand story in a human, relatable way. Whenever you provide a podcast, webinar, interview, these formats help build trust and transparency. They show that you are more than just a business. You have values, a team, a vision. At Yespo, we are going to host webinars with guest experts from other companies, creating mutual value and giving our audiences more perspective. For example, today's session highlights our channel across the general understanding of marketing channels that are useful not only for CDP users. And if it resonates, we invite you to schedule a demo with our team and see how we can help you. Other online events include external participation in podcasts, webinars, guest interviews. These are opportunities where you are invited to share your experience or expertise, not necessarily as a host, but as a guest. They help you reach new audiences, strengthen your brand authority, and expand your professional network. For example, on the other channel, we also invited marketing leaders from Pandora or Puma, and it's e-commerce, and their experts told about how they communicate with their customers. So it works not only for SaaS and app, it also works for e-commerce businesses. Live streaming. It can be powerful for interactive product presentation, unboxing, test drives, Q&A sessions. Platforms like YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok support real-time broadcasting. However, before going live, make sure your audience is likely to attend. So you need to promote the event across your active channels that you have already have, and set clear goals and align the content with your brand voice. Referral and affiliate programs. They tap into word of mouth marketing. Referral programs reward your current customers who invite friends or family. For example, bring a friend, get a discount. Affiliate program, on the other hand, target content creators, bloggers, or partners, and they don't need to be your customer, but perfectly if they do. And this category of people promote your products using tracked links. This partners on commissions based on performance. Sometimes the affiliate programs suggest fixed fees for each new customer they attract. This makes affiliate marketing more scalable and result-driven compared to one-time influencer campaigns. Community building. It's about creating spaces where your audience connects over shared interests. This doesn't require big budgets, just a proactive moderator, team member, and a clear purpose. A good community encourages discussions, shares relevant updates, fosters loyalty. You can initiate conversation with polls, behind-the-scene content, ask opinion about new products you want to add to your site, event recaps, or expert guest posts. Done well, a community becomes your brand's strongest advocate. Micro solutions. It's originally popular in SaaS, like a small-scale standalone tools or packages derived from a larger business offering. For example, if you have heard about Stripe.email, offers a drag-and-drop email editor, like small part of the customer data platform ecosystem. Or Classpop provides a widget builder separately. This approach is gaining traction in e-commerce. It can mean bundling several of your products into a created sets, for example, gift boxes or surprise boxes, adding value with educational guides, or launching a subscription-based offering. For example, flower delivery services may offer a weekly bouquet subscription distinct from their general catalog. So micro solutions let you diversify offerings and test new directions with specific audience segments, or even attract new segments to your business. Direct mail. It's also evolved. Adding physical extras like flyers, coupons, small gifts into your packaging can be an effective retention channel. When a customer receives more than just their order, they feel appreciated and are more likely to return. So, we are finished with channels. Let's return to our marketing metrics. With this expanded marketing mix, you can now revisit the channel metrics we introduced earlier. It's time to reflect. Where should you invest, pause, or try something new? Maybe you dismissed a channel permanently due to a small test, or overlooked one with long-term potential. Prioritize by budget, team bandwidth, and your product's maturity. If you're launching a new business, I guess search ads might be your best bet for early traction. For mature brands, investing in new formats like remember that customer journey isn't linear. People pause, backtrack, drop off entirely. That's why your communication needs to be persistent and adaptive. Triggered messages based on user behavior, timing, context help guide users back onto the purchase path. Consistency across multiple touch points is key. And where you can find your customer journey in the basic view. Google Analytics helps visualize this. By setting up proper channel categorization, when there is not only organic social email, but all type of channels you have add to a marketing strategy, you can identify where users come from and how they convert. For example, this is a small journey, but it took 5 organic search. So users had to visit your website within 5 sessions from organic search. Then maybe this type of users sign up for newsletters, or it was email abandoned carts. Then they clicked on paid search. And after that, think about it, 12 times clicked on paid advertising. So this journey was really long. And attribution models like last click, linear, or data-driven show how different channels contribute to conversions. So you see this percents that mean how Google think these channels affect on conversion decision. Sometimes this path could seem really longer, and touch points could be across all channels you have. Use this data to identify what's working, what's not, and where your customers engage most. And that's all for today. I hope you're still with me, and I'm ready to answer your question. Don't forget to scan the QR code to schedule a free demo with our team. We'll walk you through how to connect channels you want or your business need, how to personalize messages at scale, and how grow your e-commerce revenue with Yespo. And I'm ready to answer your questions. Hi, Maria. Everyone says email marketing is dead. What's your opinion? Okay, if we return in mind to that slide, it's still profitable, but like standard mass campaigns maybe not so effective unless you add recommendation to your emails, and unless you personalize and automate this communication via email, it could be ineffective. But for our statistics, from our customers, around, I guess, 60% of them use emails. Not that way. 60% of traffic from the customers get through direct channels are from email. So it took the more than half of traffic from all direct channels. So I think it doesn't that. It's like myth, and email is still powerful, but I recommend not concentrate only on email. Add more direct channels to your strategy and combine them in Omnichannel. Hi, Anastasia. How many channels should I use to promote my online shoe store? It doesn't matter. I answer for all online stores. It doesn't matter if it's shoe store or pet store. If you only start with your website, make sure that you track all user behavior and user activity on your website, like page views, category page views, carts, add to cart, add to wish list, and store in some place. It doesn't matter, it's your own database or customer data platform. And try these channels using our metrics and science I used before with time and budget. So the best option to start is advertising, because it gets you faster result, such as search ads, because you could analyze with Google Ads Keyword Planner what budget do you need and what competition is your niche. So you type different keywords there and see how much you need to pay to be at the first page, at the first top result. And you understand if your marginality allows you to pay so much money for it. And social media advertising could boost if you prepare a cool content and present your product in a way that attract your customers to, and show your product in best of its forms. I think you should start there, and emails to continue your communication, not stop only on acquisition, because customers that you have already gained could bring you much more money in long-term view. What is the cheapest way to get people to visit my website? I think it's something similar to the previous one question. So using science of each slide, you can find the cheapest channel and try to start with social media and search ads and shopping ads. And after that, you test different creatives. You could test different unique value proposition, different headlines, and see what works best for you. And after that, promote with other channels. Okay, as I see, that's all channels for today. I thank you for participating, for joining me and our webinars today. Don't forget to scan QR code and sign up for demo. Thank you for your questions, and see you.